Grand Theft Auto Vice City, one of the most influential entries of the Grand Theft Auto series. Released for PlayStation 2 in 2002 and for PC and Xbox in 2003, it has remained as one of the most popular cult classics of the entire gaming history. Retaining the freedomness of GTA 3 and presenting retro vibes of the 80s Miami, Grand Theft Auto Vice City was set out to be a huge success for the franchise, which eventually fueled the development of the groundbreaking game that is GTA San Andreas. Looking at this game today, we can definitely say this game has aged pretty well. Technology wasn't exactly top-notch back then, so corners had to be cut. As time passed on, many more forms of technology, media, entertainment were made, one of them being smartphones. Pretty much everybody now owns a smartphone, making it a massive platform for video games, only to be ruined by disappointment. Anyways, with such a big platform, there's no way you can live without having a fair slice of it. Hence, Rockstar made the decision of porting multiple of their Grand Theft Auto entries to Android and iOS. Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, and Chinatown Wars. Earlier this year, I played San Andreas on mobile and made a video on it, and many of you requested me to try Vice City. Even though I generally don't take requests on making videos on things that I don't find interesting or important, for Vice City, I did have some interest, as just a few weeks ago I played Vice City on PC after nearly 2 years, and that made me wonder how they ported Vice City on mobile. My experience with San Andreas was kinda mediocre. Who knows, maybe Vice City would also be a repeat. Spoiler alert, it was actually kinda good. Before I start this video, I would like to clarify some points. First of all, I'm playing the 10th anniversary edition, not the definitive edition. Many people asked me on the San Andreas video why I didn't play the definitive edition, to which my response is, I don't want my weak scrap metal of a phone turned into a second Hiroshima. Can't let my precious die. Second of all, people had been asking me why I didn't use much mods, to which my response would be, I just wanted to get rid of the shiny, which looked absolutely ass. Though now I think I should have went full unmodded for a true mediocre vanilla experience, as the mods toned down the bad aspects of that game a bit. As for Vice City, I won't be using any mods, no questions asked. And that's about it. Now let's see what Vice City on mobile has to offer. The poor intro is stretched into oblivion, dear god, not having a good feeling about this. The game looks alright, but the textures, holy shit, they're ass. After the introduction, we enter our gameplay section for the first time. The on-foot movement is okay, the camera is alright, though I cannot look up, which is absolutely unforgivable. Also, how do you crouch? Double tapping on the left side on screen doesn't work like it did in San Andreas. After getting into the Admiral and driving around, I start crashing around. Not because skill issue, but because the car felt weird. After spending the night in the hotel, we explained to Sunny that our Coca-Cola business went south and we lost our unpaid tax money. The camera seems to have schizophrenia when entering confined spaces. I get to the beautiful Oceania and I can confirm something is wrong. I don't drive this bad. I played a lot of racing games, and I was right. Vehicles in the mobile port actually handle differently. In other ports, vehicles are fast and agile, while here they're somewhat slower and take time to turn, and also feel a bit heavier. This is something I had to adapt to, and I did soon enough. In our second mission, we get to Raphael's and get some new threads.
Nice bike. Oh, my bike!
We go to a boat party and meet up with the many people we may befriend or kill. Then we take Mercedes to the local dance club and return to Rosenberg to get info from Kent Paul on a chef we are about to beat to death. I will say, the melee combat is a lot slower in this port. After telling him his free trial of life has expired, we take his phone and meet Mr.
Let's dance!
However, we are interrupted by more chefs and we had to make a run for it. After this mission, we get what most Americans call freedom. I had to experiment with the aiming and gunplay system, and man, it's somewhat inferior to the ones in San Andreas. There's no manual aiming, and the only thing you can do is either press the fire button, which will lock onto the closest target, or press on a pedestrian and Tommy will lock onto them for you to take the shot. The only times you'll get to aim manually are when you get the assault rifles and sniper rifles. And no, there's no other way to allow manual aiming to other weapons. Somewhat disappointing, but I had to move on. Soon, Rosenberg asks us to threaten some jury. To do that, we have to break their cars. And oh my god, it's painfully slow. Tommy, what's taking you so long? Next day, we meet Avery, who tasks us to start a massive fight and then destroy these 3 trucks parked in this compound. Sounds simple, right? Well, to destroy the trucks, you need to either beat them till they explode or shoot these barrels. The problem was that I couldn't lock onto the barrels, let alone shooting them, so I had to do it the long way. Yeah, this was painful. Okay, you know what? Describing the experience of every mission is not worth it. I'll just put out the noteworthy ones. This mission where they beat up a golf boy. Yeah, about that. Demolition Man, oh shit, the first time I try out helicopter controls. Honestly, kinda what I expected, though I wish it was a bit faster. Anyways, I passed it on my first try. Not bad, not bad. Mr. Cortez's missions were fairly easy, same for assassination ones. I was also getting the hang of the driving, trying out both button and analog controls. I also tried playing with my controller and honestly, you should get a controller too. This game feels a lot better with the controller. The controls are smooth, enjoyable, and predictable. The button mapping is also just what I expected, and I really appreciate it. But not all people can afford controllers, and I need to care for such people, so I continued playing with touch controls. Okay, to clear misunderstandings, I did play San Andreas with my controller a few weeks ago, and it did play out kinda decently. And it's not like it's mandatory to play these games with a controller, you can play them however you feel comfortable. Anyways, Diaz's missions were also first tries. Though in Phantom Pen 86, I did have a bit of trouble with the helicopter shooting part. Not because I had skill issue, but because I had realization issue. The camera may seem very jittery and shaky, and that's because of this game's extremely strong aim assist. I didn't realize it at first and was pointlessly fighting against it. And by extremely strong, I really mean it. It can lock onto targets that are behind walls, and sometimes just make you have a really hard time aiming anything else. Good thing you can turn it off, though I wish I could adjust the intensity. And while completing missions for Diaz, we unlock the rest of the map, which means more shit to haul. This assassination mission where at some point you kill this about to be bank robber on his boat using a sniper rifle, I was utterly confused on how to zoom, but more on that later. Death Row. Apparently our Mr. Lance Vance Dance attempted to kill Diaz because Diaz was the one who stole our Coca-Cola and unpaid tax money. However, he was caught and now it's Joe over for him. Not if we save him.
Hold up real good, Lance. You killed my brother. What do you expect?
Okay, so my tires are punctured and I'm being bullied right now. Yep. Joe over for Lance. Anyways, second times I ride. It went smoothly. Though before killing Diaz together, we help out our friend Cortez smuggle himself out of Murica because the local French army wants him dead because he stole their baguettes. Ah! And then we rob out Diaz from the cruelty of this world. Let's leave him here. He's a pain in the ass anyway. Wait. Okay, he teleported here. Don't be a bad boy, alright? Lance, what are you doing? Second attempt. Okay, we kill them all or they kill persistent Lance. Yup. Say goodnight, Diaz.
Say goodnight, Mr. Diaz.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
The mission straight after. Tommy decides to invade the local shopping mall. Apparently, the shopkeepers are refusing to pay taxes. Tommy works for IRS now. I will say this mission is a lot shorter in the mobile port because now you just have to wreck like 10 of these glasses or whatever to complete this mission, opposed to all of those indicated shops in the other ports. Bar Brawl was fairly easy, and Copland comes next, but I decided to do the other missions, the assets, and some other side stuff. A strange thing I noticed is that properties and assets in the mobile port cost a lot less than its PC and console counterpart. I was able to buy assets without grinding for any money. So anyways, Kaufman Cab was easy, Sunshine Autos is alright, Boat Weird was easy, Ice Cream, I didn't do it, it's really boring. Printworks missions. Aunt Paulette, or the Haitian missions. These were absolute chaos. Juju scramble. It starts out alright, but after the third briefcase, things went all south. How did I even make it through? Bombs away. The mission where you bomb Cubans with toy planes. It wasn't hard to control this fat boy, and the boats don't seem to work, so it made the mission easier. Or so I thought. Never in any of my playthroughs I saw that car even move, and things started going down to hell. This fat boy's ass levels of agility versus this guy's random swerving. So I had to do the very artful move of kamikaze. Actually, that wasn't a proper kamikaze, but hey, it worked. And then we gotta do the dirty lickings. We have to snipe Cubans from this building before they kill all the Haitians. And so about the sniper rifle, I didn't know how to zoom, so yeah, I had a hard time with this mission. After like 2-3 attempts, I managed to snatch our win, and then I thought to myself, can I pinch to zoom? Believe me, I wanted to cry after this. The indescribable disappointment and frustration. Why do I have such ass IQ? Anyways, after that, off to the Love Fist and Biker Gang missions. Love Fist were very easy. Same for the bikers. Alloy Wheels of Steel was ass easy, even with the garbage handling of these bikes. Mess with the Man, easy. Hogtie, easy. In between these missions, I also did the firefighter missions, which was definitely an experience. I never saw a moving burning vehicle. After level 6, the time limit started becoming tighter and tighter, barely within 2 minutes. I thought things couldn't get any worse. Then level 11 drops with a 40-second time limit. Excuse me? Of course I failed it. I retried the firefighter missions to see if they made it unreasonably harder on the mobile port, and to my absolute confusion, the timer wasn't anywhere near being tight. It was easy. Like, really easy. Wonder if this was some sort of bug. Also, if you can't get a controller, you might want to use tilt controls. This game, just like San Andreas, cannot register more than 2 touch inputs. Using tilt controls made the driving much smoother and easier for me. And it also doesn't work for aircrafts like planes and helicopters, which is great, because in San Andreas the tilt controls also apply to aircrafts and they were poorly implemented. As a result, I had to turn them off when I flew an aircraft. So yeah, I'd rather have no tilt controls for aircrafts than poorly implemented tilt controls. To turn it on, just turn on the accelerometer in the settings menu. After that, I decided to do the studio asset missions. They were no problem, even including Martha's mugshot. Except G Spotlight.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
The skill issues were real. Cuban missions were easy, except naval engagement. What the hell was that? Such an ass spawn. Anyways, then I went for the Malibu Club missions. No Escape was easy peasy. The Shootist, even easier. The Driver, the bane of all GTA players. It seems like Hillary's overall speed and aggressiveness is reduced in the mobile port, which is appreciated, but same cannot be said about the cops. What? What? Oh my god. Anyways, second time's my ride. Now off to the job. Local bank refuses to pay tax, so we rob him 80s style. First attempt, things were going smoothly, but after the robbery... Yeah, the anti-tax forces put a stop to our tax collection. Second attempt, we successfully take the unpaid tax money and managed to keep Cam Jones alive. Yay! After that, I decided to do the final bits of this game. starting with Copland. Rough, but we win. Capping the Collector. First attempt was a total disaster because skill issue. Second attempt was the deal. Now, before I do the final mission, I did the Vigilante because I wanted the 150 armor boost and some money. Anyways, they were super easy. Just use this gun, which I forgot the name. This thing blows up cars in like 4 or 5 shots. Pure breeze. Before heading for the final mission, I did do some rampages. They were fair and overall no problems. Store robbery, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot to do that. Paramedic. Ew. Racist.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Cool. And now for the part we all have been waiting for. So sit back and relax, ladies and gentlemen, and always remember to keep your friends close. After capping the collectors in the previous mission, Sonny Forelli was pissed and came to visit Vice City to settle this peacefully by taking some of the tax money. Tommy, of course, being his favorite son, gives him $2 million worth of tax money and the credits roll. Sorry. So Sonny finds out the money was fake. And who tipped them off? Mr. Lance Van Dance. The disappointment. Then.
So Tommy, what was the big plan? You think I just take the fake cash, save face, and run away with my tail between my legs?
No. I just wanted to piss you off before I kill you.
We count to 20 and now Sonny's outside, Lance is somewhere, and Tom is in his office. Yes, I know I ripped off a YouTube comment, but I don't care. She's funny. Anyways, where's the gooner? Oh. What the hell? Why aren't there any more of them? I swear to God, they made this mission too easy. Okay, Lance came out, so now for betraying the TRS, which stands for Tommy's Revenue Service, we kill him. Hell yeah. Sonny's here. Yeah, he's dead. Jover. Anyways, this was Grand Theft Auto Vice City on mobile. Honestly, I had low expectations for the mobile port before playing it, thanks to San Andreas. And of course, the beginning was harsh and chaotic, but after adjusting to the controls and gameplay, I actually had a good time with this game. I did have fun with San Andreas on mobile, but Vice City actually felt better to me somehow. Putting aside the horrendous textures, I appreciate the visuals, and it being as true to the original as possible. I do have criticisms such as poor camera controls, limited touch inputs, and at times irresponsive touch controls, especially with the analog controls, and rather poor gunplay mechanics. But other than these, they actually did a decent job porting this game to mobile. San Andreas did the gameplay aspect a bit better, but completely butchered the graphics, while Vice City kept the visuals intact but toned down the gameplay a bit. Still, I will say, Vice City on mobile is definitely a good grab if you're fine with the rather inferior gameplay. As for San Andreas, it's not bad, I just didn't like the fact that I had to mod the visuals just to enjoy it properly. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos, though I won't be doing GTA games because it's getting rather repetitive, as I'm not a GTA content creator. But anyways, stay tuned for more, and for that, take care of your health, study properly, do your homeworks, don't waste your time, and keep yourself safe, because I love you all.